Hello and a warm welcome to Tokyo for our continuing coverage of the AFC Champions League. And we have one of the matches of the week, Ventforet Kofu versus Melbourne City. A great story with the Japanese second-tier team, one win away from guaranteeing a spot in the last 16. You can say exactly the same about Melbourne City. Well, there's how the current table looks. 7 points apiece for Ventforet Kofu and Melbourne City. Ventforet Kofu are just ahead of their Australian rivals by virtue of having scored one more goal. And we've got Buriram breathing down both teams' necks. They've got 6 points. And Zhejiang bottom of the group with 3. 17 degrees centigrade here in the Japanese capital. That's around mid-60s Fahrenheit if you deal in old money, and you can see the strength of the home team support. What a story it is with this second-tier team who only qualified for the Champions League by winning the Emperor's Cup. They won it on penalties, actually. They were the first second-tier team to do that since 2011. Really is a terrific tale. Melbourne City, who were held goalless by the Japanese team when they met on match day 1 down under. They haven't made the greatest start to their domestic season either, and in fact current form would suggest that the home team probably favourites here. They're unbeaten in their last 7 home matches in all competitions. Ventforet Kofu, 5 wins and a couple of draws, and they've scored 14 goals in those games as well and only conceded 6. And as you look at Melbourne of late, only 1 win in 5, and they've shipped 11 goals, lost their last 2 away games as well. It is actually a very, very tough schedule for Melbourne City. They're in the middle of a little spell where they played 3 games in 8 days in 3 different countries. So of course we've got match day 6 to come next week. Terrific atmosphere inside the stadium. It holds just shy of 70,000. It's not full, but there's a very big crowd inside. One of the biggest matches in these players' careers, certainly as far as Ventforet Kofu are concerned. Had the pleasure of commentating on their last match against Zhejiang of China, where Ventforet emerged 4-1 victors, and they played some terrific football as well. And that's one of the other facets of the story, is that they are so attacking under coach Yoshiyuki Shinoda. Only knows one way to play, and they will be no doubt driving forward tonight. Should be a really good watch, this match. Told you that domestically, Melbourne City aren't pulling up any trees at the moment. It's a embryonic league table, to be fair to them. Only 5 games into the A-League season, but they've only won 1 and they lost 3, and already 7 points off the pace. Just lost the 1 match in the Champions League, Melbourne. That was at home to Buriram United. 86th-minute penalty was a painful ending from their point of view to that contest. But these fans have come here full of hope, full of expectation. What a fantastic tale it would be if they managed to make it through into the knockout stage. That, of course, all happens next year. Just a reminder that the top 10 teams in each of the groups will go through automatically, and then the best 3 runners-up in each zone, the East and West zones, will also qualify for the round of 16. So there is kind of an escape hatch, but both these teams desperate to win tonight. Guarantee top spot for whoever does after 5 matches. Of course, there is the other game in the group between Buriram and Zhejiang. Officials and players on their way out in this magnificent amphitheatre that is the Japan National Stadium. Melbourne City have Zhejiang to come on their final group game. Ventforet will take on Buriram of Thailand. Jamie McLaren, the skipper there of Melbourne City, with a lot resting on his shoulders tonight up front. Definitely going to be a few butterflies in the stomach, you suspect, particularly of the Ventforet Kofu players. Well, the man to look out for is 39-year-old Peter Utaka, who wears 99. He's the leading scorer this season for Ventforet Kofu with 13. And he's dangerous, he's very powerful in the air, and he's a top finisher, even nudging 40. The man in charge tonight is Moudionifard of Iran. And just to remind you, we do have VAR for the first time actually in the AFC Champions League in the group matches. Those two gentlemen from the United Arab Emirates are monitoring the technology. There's McLaren on the right-hand side, and on the left is Masahiro Sekiguchi, Ventforet's right back and skipper. Well, McLaren is the leading scorer. You can see there are 2 yellow cards by the name of Ugarkovic, who has picked up a couple of cautions, so one more and he would miss the game on match day 6, and he would be a big miss, the holding midfielder. Just a note on the bench for Melbourne City, one of Australia's most popular players, Matthew Leckie, hasn't played for a couple of months. He's been out with injury. I think if it doesn't go to plan for Melbourne, we may well see the flying winger on sooner rather than later. Real sense of anticipation inside this ground. Big crowd making a lot of noise. Seeing if Ventforet Kofu can add another chapter to this wonderful story that they've been weaving over the last year or so. Referee just waiting for the clock to tick round to the official kick-off time. Just want to get started now. So away we go with the Japanese side in the dark strip, attacking the goal away to our right, and looking no doubt to make a fast start here against out of form Melbourne City. They were on the front foot very early in their last group game, Ventforet against Zhejiang, in towards Mitsuhira. do anything with it. Picked up by Nakamura. Completely miscued that, Leo Mattel. Yoshiyuki Shinoda, who you got a glimpse of there here at the start of the season, sacked their previous boss even though he won the Emperor's Cup because of a poor league campaign, and in fact they haven't done particularly well this season domestically. Ventforet, the regular season has finished, they didn't make the playoffs. All might be forgiven with a decent run in this competition though. Only 8th actually domestically they were. 23 points off top spot. Cross here for Sekiguchi, who can deliver well. That was a teaser. Hasegawa got the final touch, but it's behind for a goal kick. His deliveries there, Sekiguchi's from the right-hand side, might well be key tonight, especially with Utaka so proficient in the air. That'll be a free kick for Melbourne City. Aurelio Vidmar, head coach of the Australian side, only here at the start of the month. Did actually coach Adelaide to the AFC Champions League final way back in 2008, so he's got a pedigree in this competition, the 56-year-old. Nicely done by Arslan. And again, clever touch. He's a clever player, Lugarkovic. Waiting out wide is Aziz Behic. Second spell here for Behic. He's played all over the world really, Holland, Turkey, Scotland. Chipped away by Sekiguchi. And that was Hasegawa. And the left back tonight is Saltimiora. You do get numbers forward and quickly. Unusual there for attacker to be so wide. He predominantly operates right down the middle. Mitsuhiro putting the keeper under pressure. Jamie Young got the clearance in without a problem. There's Mitsuhiro, 35 now. Scored famously in the Emperor's Cup final, which they ended up winning on penalty kicks. No foul, it's just a throw to Melbourne City. And taken quickly for McLaren. That was Lopin. This is semi-promising. That was a nice little shift. What a hit! And what a start for Melbourne City out of absolutely nothing. No wonder Tony Vidmar's got a smile on his face. That was quite brilliant from Callum Talbot, who saw the whites of goal, let fly, and Shiuya never saw it. McLaren had a part in the build-up. That was a nice touch. But that was absolutely fantastic. On his favoured left foot, absolutely buried it. What a start. Didn't think this was going to be 0-0 tonight. Certainly won't be now. his first of the season. I don't think he's going to get a better one. 5 minutes the goal time. Now a real test of Ventforet Kofu's character. Having conceded early, can they find the strength to fight back? This is Inui. Rather an aimless one. Sekiguchi. Chip forward looking for Mitsuhira. Born in Malta, Callum Talbot moved to Australia when he was 2. Won the A-League in his first season here last season. He's an under-23 international. He's 22 years of age. Love to know what Aurelio Vidmar said to him before the start of the match. Maybe make a few overlapping runs from right wing back. I'm not sure he said cut in and then smack one in from the edge of the area. Free kick then for the hosts, which Hasegawa will take. Seven waiting in dark blue. Quite get the delivery right. Still plenty in the middle though. If the cross can be found, and it could, and it's 1-1. Inui in the blink of an eye. Ventforet Kofu are level. Their magical story may have plenty of chapters yet to write. Doesn't look like there was any problem with offside there. It's really good play by Hasegawa. And a precise header from Shion Inui. His second of the campaign. And they were only behind for a couple of minutes. Couldn't get to him, Yakalis. It's a brave header too, because you can see McLaren's foot was pretty high. Studs were flying. Inui only had eyes for goal. 1-1. Well, absolutely explosive start here. This is Behic for Melbourne City. Already, though, I think Ventforet will be pretty pleased. They've had success down both flanks. One decent cross from the left earlier, and the goal came from a free kick that was originally on the right-hand side. They do have fast, wide players and wing-backs that can deliver telling crosses. So Melbourne City have been warned. Here's Ugarkovic. Talbot, the goal scorer. I said it was one of the matches of the week. Didn't expect 2 goals in the first 8 minutes, and that's exactly what we've got. Behic. Behic again. We'll see him making a few sorties forward from that left-back position. That's a nice turn from Arslan, and that will be a free kick for Melbourne City. Won by the German midfielder. Ugarkovic just sits in front of the back four. That was a complete miscue, though. Trying to get Utaka away. Pass wasn't quite accurate enough. Behic again. Garkovic seeing a lot of the ball. He's not just a player that can protect the back four, he's an excellent passer of the ball as well, Steven Garkovic. Good. Only McLaren in the middle, really. That was Jamie McLaren, and that's very easy for Shibuya. Well, an absolutely breathless start here. Hazukawa got rather hemmed in on that far touch line, and a little fortunate they didn't give it away. Into Torikai, who scored the 4th goal in that victory over Zhejiang on match day 4. Sekiguchi. Now Nakamura, Sekiguchi again. That's a teaser! Just needed a touch. And the reaction from Mitsuhira suggests he thought he should have provided one. That was a devilish delivery from Sekiguchi. Absolutely perfect. Made the right run, Mitsuhira, and then almost kind of froze as the ball arrived. Big opportunity, that. Inumi. So far, Melbourne City, with, what, 13 minutes gone, 64-36 possession. In percentage terms, never think that stat necessarily tells you a great deal. But I think it's clear from what we've seen already, both sides' strength is going forward. I don't think we've seen the end of the scoring tonight, not by a long way. See there, Melbourne City defending with 2 backs of 4. Yakalis. In for Lepane. Only Natel and McLaren in the middle, and that's why the ball came back. It's good. Cut out by Sekiguchi. Him from university just 3 years ago. Scored a fantastic goal against Zhejiang 3 weeks ago, Sekiguchi. Well, the first quarter of an hour has literally whizzed by here. 1-1 the score. Talbot for Melbourne City on 5 minutes. Inui equalising 3 minutes later. Just been a great watch. to get a shift on for a moment. Inui able to clear his lines. All the way back for Jamie Young to clear. Too high for McLaren. Garkovic. Now Natel, the Brazilian. Free kick, Melbourne City. Garkovic again. Talbot. Behic. Natel. That's a super ball. Absolutely pinpoint for Yakelis, but too close to the goalkeeper. Aiming for McLaren, only picked out Shibuya. Nakamura. Now Inui. Oh, didn't see Utaka lurking there. He got very lucky, Behic. Had his pocket picked by the Nigerian, but fortunately for him, there was cover around, and that's a nasty looking bang on the head. No intent from Ryota Nakamura. And that will be a painful one. I think Arslan's okay. This is Behic. Well, storming run ended illegally. He does make those kind of surging gallops forward, Garkovic. And that was ended rather crudely. He knew exactly what he was doing, Hayashida. That'll be the game's first corner, conceded by Sakaguchi. Arslan came here in June after 3 years and more than 100 appearances for Udinese in Italy. And youth international for both Germany and Turkey. The Melbourne number 10 is going to take this corner. To a very crowded penalty area. Indian swinger keeper Kane. Another corner. And Taka with the header out. It's one of the taller keepers in Japan, actually. Shibuya at 6'3". Good move to have Utaka guarding that near post area. This one goes short. I think he just fractionally lost his bearings there, Yakolis, because goalkeeper was right, breathing down his neck, and it was quite awkward for him to do much with it. It wasn't the worst ball in, actually. He was offside anyway, wouldn't have counted. Would have taken a very clever flick to divert the ball in from that angle. But as I say, he was the wrong side of the last defender, so all immaterial. Did well to ride the challenge there, Torikai. Now Sakaguchi. Sakaguchi again. Inui. Arslan's made the run, but flag up. Well, approaching the midpoint of this first half, and Yoshiyuki Shinoda there, I think will be reasonably pleased, certainly be very happy with the way his side fought back after conceding so early. Maybe it's quietened down a little since that explosive opening. Inui ready. See that Melbourne City not interested in really pressing until Japanese side get the ball into their own half. Goes Miura. It's a great run, it's a great cross. It was just a fraction behind Torikai. Bit of an escape that for Melbourne City, because he was all on his own, Torikai. They continue to have joy down the flanks. Sakaguchi. That should be a Melbourne ball. Well, this was a terrific run by Miura. Just kept on going, then produced a peach of a ball, just a fraction behind the onrushing Yoshiki Torikai. Instant control from manager Yoshiyuki Shinoda. Well, he was a very good midfielder in his day, 14-year playing career. Inui. Sakaguchi. For Mitsuhira. This is Hasegawa. Corner. Ventforet's first. And Hasegawa has gone across to take it. Utaka definitely the main threat. So Hasegawa's delivery, looking for the near post flick. See if they can produce a slightly better delivery here. Will be Hasegawa again. 6 in the area, 2 waiting just outside. No pressure on the keeper, interestingly. It was towards Utaka. In fact, it was Mitsuhiro who had her in. Tied it up by Hasegawa. Really are snapping into the challenges, the Ventforet players. That'll be the first yellow card of the match, this one, for Tolgai Iceland. I think he was frustrated because he lost possession. So he is in the book. Well, after a really bright start, Aurelio Vidmar's team just playing second fiddle a little bit at the moment. Haven't really threatened Shibuya's goal since that wonderful strike from Canon Talbot. Taka's header, trying to direct it for his strike partner, Mitsuhiro. Bit of a collision there off the ball. Hasegawa's gone down. Just getting to his feet now, limping away. That looks a bit of a painful one. Hopefully he can run that off. You can see him saying to the keeper, look, can't really move very well at the moment. And so he's going to put it out of play, is he? Yeah. Just mind our microphone. Well, it was a sore one, but it looks like he's going to be able to run it off. Meanwhile, this is Talbot. So half an hour gone here in Tokyo. 1-1 between Ventforet Kofu and Melbourne City. Both goals inside the first 8 minutes. In a rip-roaring start to the match. Since then, Ventforet Kofu have looked the better side. And a couple of chances from excellent crosses out wide. is good. Supran. Touch was from Yakalis. This is better from Melbourne if they can get it wide, and they can. This is Talbot. Natel. Behic. Nothing if not patient in possession already of Vidmar's team. Yakalis again. Three in the middle if they can deliver. It's towards McLaren. Really good effort from the Melbourne City skipper. Very, very close to restoring the lead. It's about a minute and a half of sustained possession from Melbourne City. Just clips the outside of the upright. Excellent delivery though from Talbot. That boot high, it certainly caught the opponent, Mr. Hira's challenge. Well, they've been all hell would have broken loose had that gone in. Don't think there was any malice at all in that Mitsuhiro challenge, but was the boot high or was the head low? Well, a bit of both. Certainly caught Arslan. He's okay. He can smile about it. There's a corner though for Ventforet Kofu. Played in short. It's come for Miura. Referee had a very good view of that and said no free kick. And to be fair, Miura wasn't really appealing for it either. Just got back to his feet. Quite refreshing to see. Inui. Hasegawa. Torikai. Still going. Took about 3 to stop him. Robust challenge. Shoulder to shoulder, according to the referee. I was going to say that would have been a brilliant ball had Sekiguchi managed to reach it. It wasn't that far away. Yeah, he just kind of withdrew McLaren, didn't he, from the challenge? I think that's a really good decision. Suddenly realised he may not get the ball inside the box, so decided discretion was the better part of valour there. They are checking it, and I think they'll find that he pulled out. Check complete, no penalty, on we go. All the way back from Inui. He scored that equaliser to cancel out Callum Talbot's goal. That's a nice ball, cleverly done by Torikai. Miura. Another one of these marauding runs from the full-back, gets a shot in too. And Jamie Young just had to be alert. Safe handling from the veteran keeper, who's 38 now, Jamie Young. Inui came off worse there in that battle with McLaren. It's a very versatile footballer, Shion Inui. Playing as a centre-half, but he can also deputise as a central midfielder as well. Former Yokohama man. Here's Mitsuhira, going the long way round, finding Hasegawa. Corner kick. Hasegawa then with this corner for Ventforet. Away by Behic at the near post. And it wasn't the best of clearances from Sekaguchi, and there might be a break on here for Melbourne City if they play this right. Yakolis might think of the shot, he did. And Sekaguchi partially atoned for the earlier error by making the block. Good. That is good again. He's just going to skim out of play, I think. So we move into the last 5 minutes of the opening half. Aurelio Vidmar's side ahead early, pegged back within 3 minutes. No further scoring since, but intriguing nonetheless, this match. Is that a shot by Utaka? It was. Behic. Just really had the odd moment since they scored, Melbourne City, that header from McLaren that clip the outside of the post. But other than that, it hasn't really been too much. Yakalis. It's on loan from Auxerre. Sorry, Angers actually in France. Yakalis. If you're wondering why he wears number 44, it's because his father's a basketball coach. And one of the most famous players in Croatian basketball history wore 44. It's coached by Yakalis' father. Is good. Well, that was a nice touch. Yakalis is available, but he's still going, Behic. Still going. In the end, maybe it's one too many. There might have been a better option. Nakamura. Nakamura again, who's on loan from Kashima Antlers. Oh, the goalkeeper couldn't get there! And the attacker could! And out of nothing, really, Yoshiki Torikai has given Ventforet Kofu the lead. And didn't he take it well? Young just couldn't get to him. And 2 minutes before the break, the Japanese side are in front. Young looks completely bemused. No question he was onside. A little bit hopeful the pass. The defender lost his man. Well, that's a terrible goal defensively for Melbourne to concede. Curtis Good was the defender, who literally stood staring at the turf in disgust at what he'd just done, as he let Torikai get behind him, and that's a very clever finish over the keeper and in. And as you can imagine, crowd absolutely loving it. .43 minutes, the official goal time. And here's Utaka. Sakaguchi, hungry for another one before the break here. Torikai couldn't quite squeeze it through as he wanted, and there might be an opportunity here for Melbourne City, or they would have been, but McLaren stumbled on the ball. This is Arslan. Don't think there's going to be masses of injury time. 2 or 3 minutes maybe. We've played the 45, just a couple, there we are, to add. Just had that one brief VAR check. Sakaguchi's header. Torikai. Won that, Mitsuhira. And here comes Utaka. Might need to go on his own here. It's Peter Utaka. That was unselfish. And smashed wide by Hasegawa. Thought for a minute that Utaka there was going to go himself. It's a nice ball that, wasn't it, from Mitsuhira? No, he just didn't have the pace to take on the defender, didn't fancy the shot. Not the greatest angle for Hasegawa, but it was a little bit wild. Curtis Good, who will have nightmares about that second Ventforet goal. Behic. Last few seconds of the opening half. And the referee says that'll do, gentlemen. Pulsating first 45 minutes, 2 goals inside the first 8 of them. Talbot with a brilliant goal for Melbourne. Inui equalising just 3 minutes later with a header from an excellent cross from Miura. And then just before the break, Torikai, after getting the better of Curtis Good, and a very clever finish over goalkeeper Jamie Young. It all means that at the break here in Tokyo, it's Ventforet Kofu 2, Melbourne City 1. Well, a warm welcome back to the National Stadium in Tokyo, where interestingly the Melbourne City players were out a good 2 or 3 minutes before the Ventforet Kofu team. Just wonder whether Aurelio Vidmar's had a few harsh words with them, because the second goal they conceded was very, very soft. All the players from the home team high-fiving the substitutes and the staff as they came out. There is a real spirit here. They're 45 minutes away from getting to 10 points in the group. 1 foot, potentially, in the knockout round. So we're underway. If you're just joining us, you've missed a lot. Melbourne City are in the light blue. They're attacking the goal away to our right in this second half. Torokai, who scored just before the break after a bad mistake by Curtis Good. There's Yakinis. Couldn't keep it though. Starting on the front foot in this second half, the home side. Miura, who had a good first half, heading for the byline and delivering, but just made the angle a little tight for himself, I think. Really well won back by Mitsuhira. Got a bit of a kick for his pains as well from Leo Natel. Wondering if he left something there on purpose. Wow. Knee full to the stomach of the Japanese. Maybe a bit fortunate, the Brazilian, get away with that. Not being VAR'd. So it's just a free kick for Ventforet Kofu. Cleared away by Inui. Attacker. Miscue by Sekiguchi. That'll be a free kick for Ventforet. Given away by Alessandro Lepain, who's still a teenager. Came here in June on a 2-year deal. Asakawa. Good. Behic. This is Lepain. Behic again. Possession actually pretty even. Melbourne just shading it, but the majority of the dangerous possession has been from Ventforet, no question. Oh, that's a lovely reverse ball, though. Talbot. Payne did well to keep that. The Payne again. Lugarkovic. Good spell of early pressure here from Melbourne City. Talbot. Now Natel, who's been very quiet, the Brazilian winger. Well, that's a nice pass inside though, but poor control from Talbot. And the shot just about saved by Shibuya. Just for a minute, looked like he wasn't going to cling on to Arslan's effort. This is Mitsuhira. Very solid challenge on Leo Natel there. Just wonder if that was some measure of retribution for what he did a bit earlier to one of Miura's teammates. Yakelis lost out to Sekiguchi and then fouled it. And gets a card for his troubles as well. Too much doubt about that. Free kick then, which Chinui will take. Looking for Sahira. Bit of a giveaway. Good pressing though from Ventforet. For Torokai lost it, and now there might be some mileage on the break here for Melbourne. It's with Yakelis. Oh, that's clever ball. A very important challenge, still bobbling about there, and Hasekawa just about did enough. And in the end, a grateful Shibuya grabs it. As is Behic in for McLaren. Now Yakalis. Ugarkovic. Talbot. Mattel. Callum Talbot again. 3 to aim at. He thought fleetingly about the cross and then changed his mind. Ugarkovic, good pass for Nattel. Well, they're appealing for a handball, I think, there, the Melbourne City players. Meanwhile, here comes Hasegawa, who was clearly taken down. It's going to be a yellow card for Ugarkovic. It was a little crude, to say the least. They are checking. There was an appeal just before that incident with the booking. You saw the Melbourne City players appealing for a penalty. And now the referee wants to go and have a look, which can usually only mean one thing, and that's that the original decision, i.e. no penalty, is going to be overturned. I need to wind it back a little bit, but that's pretty damning, isn't it? That's a penalty. I don't think he's going to get away with that, Miura. His hand comes out, clearly makes contact with the ball. This is going to be bad news, I think, for the home fans. Will be a penalty. And I think when he sees the replay, even Sota Miura is going to accept that really there was no other possible decision to be made there. So a glorious chance then for Melbourne City. Now, McLaren is the usual penalty taker. He missed one in the game against Wellington at the weekend. And it looks like he is not going to take this. Looks like he's letting Nattel. No, if it's not Nattel, he's just standing on the edge of the D. It's Tolgay Arslan who has the responsibility. And all down to Shibuya from a Melbourne point of view. So can the German keep his cool and bring Melbourne City level here? Arslan then for Melbourne City. 2-2. Shibuya went the wrong way, was nicely steered into the corner by Melbourne City's number 10, and we are all level again here in Tokyo. You so often these days see defenders with their hands behind their back in the kind of situation that Miura found himself when he handled. Maybe he's thinking, I should have done that, because it didn't look like there was going to be much danger from the ball in. Nicely dispatched spot kick. Here it is again. I don't think he needs to do that. And that was a guilty look, wasn't it, from the number 13? So 59 minutes to goal time. And we are all level again with nearly an hour on the clock here. Inui's clearance. Looking for Utaka, didn't reach him. This is Miura. Torokai. Nice. Oh, nearly worked. It was a lovely give and go. Torokai just unable to get it back from Utaka. And now Natel for Melbourne. It's got Yaka at his far post. Should be a Ventforet ball. Natel not happy with the challenge. I didn't see anything wrong with it, to be honest, from Hasakawa. All the way back from Sidran. Natel. Swept out to Yakalis. Arslan. Suddenly look the better side, don't they, Melbourne City? That's a good challenge, though, from Sekiguchi. They've won it back. Oh, and that shouldn't have got as far as it did. All of a sudden, Ventforet looking a little hesitant defensively now. Well, that might come from McLaren. Keeper's in a bit of trouble here. McLaren's gone past him, but the keeper managed to stretch an arm out, Shibuya, and get it away for the corner. Looked like he'd gone round him there, Jamie McLaren, but good goalkeeping in the end. Just about level, it looks. That was a good hand. Double change. Nagy and Cristiano coming on. Yoshida's one of those who's coming off. And so is Peter Utaka. Hasn't really contributed hugely to the game tonight, Utaka. Cristiano will go straight into an attacking role. Confirmation Natal has picked up a booking. This is Natal. Lovely ball in, 3-2. That's a really tidy finish from Yakalis. It was a devilish delivery. And they've turned it round, Melbourne City. 2 goals in the space of 4 minutes, and the Australian side are in front. Beautifully engineered and very, very well finished. Yakalis' first goal of the season. But it was wonderfully well made down this right-hand side. That's a fabulous ball from the tail. And a first-time half-volley finish. High into the roof of the net. Nothing at all that Shabiya could do about that. Well, what have they got now, Ventforet? This is Miura. Had it taken from him by Callum Talbot. Got it back though. Couldn't find Mitsuhira with the pass. And away by Natal. Here's Hazukawa. Miura. Really was a blow to the solar plexus, that second goal, the third goal, so soon after the second. Here's Sakaguchi. It's going to run through for Torakai. And here's a chance, but Hazukawa didn't really connect as he wanted to. Nicely done by Talbot. Approaching the midpoint of this second half. Really has been a fantastic advert for the AFC Champions League. We're still no nearer to knowing who is going to come away with the points here. Still with stoppage time, maybe almost half an hour to go. That was Ugarkovic. And again. Now Arslan. Lovely ball. Callum Talbot. Looked up. Saw two blue shirts in the middle. It was Yakelis and McLaren. Couldn't find either. A little poke at it by Mitsuhira. This is straightforward enough for Curtis Good, who will be a very, very relieved man after the error that he made led to the second Ventforet goal just before half-time. Miura. On the charge is Hazukawa. Still going. Corner. Hazukawa will take with the in-swinger. Should be the keepers, no problem at all for Young. Yakelis. Behic. Well done. Under pressure from Nagy. Ugarkovic again. McLaren's a lovely ball for Yakelis. Just had to hold it up momentarily. Maybe the shot wasn't the best option. And in fact, the flag was up anyway. Not standing on ceremony with the free kick, Ventforet. Time not on their side at the moment. play, I think. No, it stayed in. Miura. Still the left back has it. Don't think that got a deflection, it's behind for a goal kick. And Tagarkovic is okay, he's a big part of this side, a holding midfield player. Well, the change is coming thick and fast. Ijima, busy midfield player, is coming on. In place of Mitsuhira. Torikai is coming off as well. So 4 subs on now. Juma is a striker. Look at the closing down Ijima was doing on the goalkeeper there. He may get some value from it too. If Juma could get that under control, but he couldn't. Miscued by Young. Better spell this for the home team. Just been penned back the last 10 or 15 minutes, especially having made 4 changes now. It's sometimes difficult for substitutes to acclimatise straight away. They come into the thick of the action. This is Nakamura. It's a nice touch. Have to settle for a throw. Well, the overhead was a novel idea. It's going to come back for Nakamura as well. And again, trying to get Sekaguchi in. Well spotted Yakelis. Feels a handball, referee says play on. Can't VAR in that part of the pitch. Miura, not his best delivery. Matsumoto trying to make something of it. Not the best header from Yakelis. Sekaguchi heading for the byline again, and Tagarkovic happy to whack it over and concede the corner. Cristiano, the Brazilian, will take it. High and hanging. It was in towards Inui, but from that range, couldn't really do much with it. A frustrating second half for the boss, Shinoda. Hasegawa. Behic watched it well. Nakamura. Well, here's a sight for sore eyes for Melbourne City fans. Matthew Leckie's going to come on. So we look at the Arslan penalty that levelled the scores. He's coming off. Natan is coming off as well. And Hamza Saki, the Moroccan who's on loan from Auxerre, is on. Leckie, who of course starred in Germany for many years, hasn't played for a couple of months. Great to see him back. More than 70 caps for Australia, Leckie. Headed away and out of harm's way by Curtis Good. Referee will pull that back and give a free kick for Ventforet for the foul. Hasegawa couldn't get hold of it. Hand off McLaren's head. Not that he knew too much about it. Behic. Garkovic. Saki. That's nicely done by Behic. They got four in the middle here, Melbourne City. Decided to hold it up. Nicely worked. Behic could be round the back here. Just got too much. Oh, on top of the roof of the net. Thought for a minute might have curled in to embarrass Shibuya, but behind for a goal kick. Got a bit lucky there, caught in possession, Nakamura, but the ball ricocheting to his teammate. Another Melbourne goal, and you think that's probably going to be that as far as Ventforet are concerned. And just to reiterate, Melbourne do hold on here. It will mean they're guaranteed to finish above Ventforet, so it guarantees them second in the group. Not necessarily the group win, because Buriram's still involved in that. They play Zhejiang. That match kicks off in about 20 minutes or so. If Zhejiang were to win that, and Melbourne hold on here, then Melbourne would definitely qualify for the round of 16. This is Cristiano, Sekaguchi. Needs some inspiration from somewhere, Ventforet. It's going to be a corner, I think. Yes, it is. Cristiano to take. Miura jumping. And then the shot was a very good one. It was hammered by Matsumoto. Excellent stop by Young. Left foot half volley. Came at a good height for the goalkeeper. Didn't have to move massively across to his left, but needed to get a solid hand to it. Another corner. Inui jumping. Just wouldn't come down, but now it's back with Matsumoto. Oh, chance here! What a chance it was! Miyazaki from pretty close in, only the side netting. Excellent header back. Just couldn't get his foot round it, really. It was very well found by Cristiano. Another change on the way. Scott Galloway's about to come on, just to shore up the defence a little bit, in place of Marin Yakalis, who at the moment, as things stand, is the winning goal scorer. Bit of cramp by the look of it for Jamie Young. And a final change sees Miura come off and replaced by Iwana Kobayashi. Busy midfielder Kobayashi, but he hasn't got that long to make his mark. Six minutes to go, plus stoppage time, as Young gets the ball back into play. Cristiano. Should be the keeper. So he hesitated, and it was costly. Ijima is level, and it's 3-3 in Tokyo. Oh, Young was totally lost there. Initially came, then seemed to basically stop making any kind of a challenge for the ball, and Ijima helped himself. Well, we could be in for a massive last few minutes now. Just have a look at Jamie Young. Cristiano with the delivery. He's onside, there's no problem there. Young starts, stops, and then he's in no man's land. Give Ijima credit, he must have known the keeper was coming. He only had eyes on the ball. In fact, it came off his shoulder. It doesn't matter. It's where it finished that does. In the back of Melbourne City's net. What have we got in store for the last few minutes now? Absolutely phenomenal game. That Miyazaki goal has breathed new life into the campaign, and also they'll be cheering in Buriram as well, because if this game ends as a draw, Buriram can go top if they beat Zhejiang. They play they start in about 15 minutes. Absolutely incredible drama and the various permutations here. They're still trying to win it though, as the header flies just wide from Hasegawa. There's the effort. I think he had it covered, to be fair, Jamie Young. Miyazaki has brought the crowd to life, that's for sure, with that goal. Four minutes to go, plus injury time. Shepherd this out for the goal kick, and does. They are going to be dead level on points and on the head-to-head scenario. If this finishes as a draw, there's no away goal scenario in a head-to-head tiebreaker. So this is one of the tightest of all the groups. Taken the throw quickly. They were caught napping there, Melbourne City, and in the end happy to concede the corner. It's made an impact, Cristiano, since he came on, that's for sure. What can they do with this corner? Everyone back defending it for Melbourne. Headed away by Talbot. Slide ball pass from Matsumoto, out for a throw. Just got a backtrack here, Matsumoto, and does. Kobayashi. Let's go the long way around there, Hasegawa. No foul. Hasegawa. Hasekawa's the target again, and it's found him, although he didn't quite know where it was, but it's going to come back for Kobayashi. Now, can he deliver across? Too close to Jamie Young. All eyes on the official now, because we've played the 90 minutes. How much additional time is there to add? 5 minutes is the answer. 5 minutes for one or other of these teams to find a winner. Came off Lecky. Well, I've just got to be careful. It's been played in a really good spirit for the most part, this match. Lecky's not been on for long. Really don't need a silly sending off at the end of this. Cristiano's free kick then. 3-3 into the second minute of stoppage time, second of 5. West queuing up to head that away, Melbourne City defenders. Curled back in by Kobayashi. Still not properly clear. It's going to fall for Cristiano again. Has to settle for a throw this time. Be dangerous if they can get a flick on it. Nearly fell for Hasegawa coming in at the back post. Whistle's gone. Whistle's gone. Long before any possible penalty appeal could have been considered for the foul on Ejima. He'll be the happier of the two managers, I'm sure, if it stays this way. The pain is being withdrawn. And Benjamin Mazzio is on, a striker. And it was by Hasegawa. Free kick's been given to Melbourne City for the foul on Callum Talbot. Seems a long time ago that his excellent goal gave Melbourne City the lead. It's in the 5th minute of the match. Hoofed away by Miyazaki. Is there time for one more chance? One or other of these sides. On by Hasegawa. Miyazaki. Cristiano! That wasn't too far away. I tell you what, I think Jamie Young was very relieved to see that clear his crossbar. Really struck that with authority, the Brazilian. Not a million miles away. Excellent header from Lecky. Away by Talbot. Kobayashi's half clearance. This might be last chance here. Sekaguchi crossed it early. Wasn't the worst delivery either. Not a million miles away from Hasegawa. So we've played the 5 minutes. There might be a few more seconds because there was that substitution in stoppage time. But there isn't any more time. It's been a fantastic advert for the AFC Champions League, and it has finished all square. An absolute thriller here in Tokyo. The two sides sharing 6 goals, an explosive start. Talbot putting Melbourne ahead early with a phenomenal goal. Inui equalising within 3 minutes. Torikai just before the break made it 2-1. Then we had the penalty from Arslan after Miura's handball. That was 2-2. Yakale swept in a third for Melbourne City, only for Miyazaki right towards the end to equalise for Ventforet Kofu. So it's very, very tight in Group H, with the match between Zhejiang and Buriram to come. That'll have a huge impact on it, but we just don't know yet which club is going to win this group and whether the second place team will get through with them. Final score from the National Stadium in Tokyo: Ventforet Kofu 3, Melbourne City 3.